Hello everyone, welcome to Hindustan Times Spotlight series. Today we are going to talk about your newspaper and how safe it is to consume and to bring home. We're going to bust the myths and misconceptions that newspapers can carry the novel coronavirus, but in reality it's not the case. We have with us three guests, two representatives of RWAs from Delhi NCR, and we also have a celebrity guest in our midst. Sameer Soni is with us, and he'll be talking about his love for the newspaper. Hi, Sameer. And
I did.
growing up in the 90s, he was a prime time fixture. He was a household name, and that's one of the reasons why we have requested him to be a part of this series to reinstate this fact that your newspaper is still the one stop credible source for news.
Iti, thanks a lot for making me feel so old. I really appreciate that.
Oh,
That's a lovely way to start. Uh, no, but well, it's a fact. Thank you very much. And the fact that I'm still around is a compliment. But
um,
yeah, I think I mean newspapers are like part and parcel of your daily routine. I mean,
mhm.
it's you wake up in the morning and you look forward to the newspaper, literally the physical newspaper with a cup of tea or coffee. And
I
I don't know, I don't know if it's a generation thing. I don't know if the new because some people are using electronic iPads and
No,
laptops.
no, believe you me, we are in the same boat. The generations are in the same boat. We all miss the newspaper,
Yeah,
and
I can't even like a book. I can't read on a computer. It's just
hmm.
stressful for your eyes. I think it's a
and
gone.
debunking these myths and reassuring the residents are these two RWA representatives that we have with us. So, Mr. Daljit Singh Khuman, he is the Vice President Security of RWA Basant Kunj. Hello, Mr. Khuman. Welcome
Hi,
to our.
hello everyone.
Hi, hi,
Pleased
hi.
to be
And we
here with
also
you
have
all. Hi, Samir.
Hi, the lead G. Kya hai?
Nice seeing you here,
and
and
then we also have Mr.
feel
Manish Shukla.
privileged to share my views about the today's topic about physical newspapers.
Yes.
Look forward.
And
Look
we also have Mr. Manish Shukla, General Secretary, RWA, Jalvayu Towers, Sector 74, Noida. Welcome, Mr. Shukla. Thank you
Hello,
for being
Niti,
part of the
and hello,
show.
Samir.
Hi, 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 hi.
So let's begin from the beginning. What measures did you deploy when these misconceptions spread that newspapers carry coronavirus? We'll start with you, Mr. Daljeet. As to how did you ensure that your newspaper was safe?
To start with, all this happened so suddenly when the lockdown was announced that public at large didn't know what to do, and whatever was being bombarded over the TV channels or the WhatsApp, that's all was being believed. So we had stopped newspaper vendor, or for that matter, everybody's entry for first 2 weeks, which was a mandatory period, and of course, no physical newspaper or anything. And later on, what we realized that it was not, necessary that
It was just a myth.
it was
That's what
just
we
a myth. Yes, it was just a myth. And then some of the seniors, we got together and we convinced other people that we said,
Hmm.
okay, if you don't want to have newspaper, don't deprive us because it is part and parcel. I like my cup of tea in the morning with a newspaper, which I go through. So at large, and I'm happy to share that everybody in I stay in B10 Vasant Kunj, in our block is getting physical newspapers and those who subscribe to it, and it is absolutely safe. If I've been using the newspaper for last almost 3 months now, and I am
Mhm.
hale and hearty, I can say with guarantee that papers do
That's
not carry any
that's very
virus.
that's very reassuring to know, sir. And over to you, Shukla sir. Like, how did you ensure? How did you
I think
reassure your residents?
whatever Daljit sir said that when it was started in March, month of March, that there is a COVID and whole country was in the lockdown, and all have been informed that there should be some social distancing, using of mask and sanitizers, all these things. इसमें फिर पेशेंट्स का आना भी शुरू हो गया. So initially it was a very much panic, and all of us, because we as a RWA, as a representative, we as a, actually in Jalwayu Tower sector 47, it's in Noida. So we are having a 400 flats here, 383 flats. So सबका यही कहना था, एवरीबडी से कि सब रोक दीजिए साहब, बिल्कुल खतरा है, बाहर नहीं जाना है, नहीं अंदर आना है. तो उसमें न्यूज़पेपर भी एक उसका पार्ट हो गया. सो इनिशियली इट वाज लाइक दैट. देयर आफ्टर धीरे 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 चीजें जब समझ में आने लगी, वी रियलाइज दैट कि नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. और न्यूज़पेपर को लेके एक बहुत ही फनी चीज ये थी उम, कि वो स्नीजिंग का बहुत एक था कि भाई लोग छींकते हैं, उसके फैल सकता है. और न्यूज़पेपर का जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का जो पार्ट है, आई थिंक कि आप लोग बेहतर जानते होंगे कि वो लोग लाते हैं मॉर्निंग में, वो रोड पे रख के उसको सेग्रीगेट करते हैं, और वो सारे उनके जो वेंडर्स होते हैं. तो इस सब चीजों को लेके काफी राय मशवरा बहुत होता था. तो फिर इनिशियली तो ऐसे ही रहा, लेकिन फिर धीरे 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 सभी ने रियलाइज किया है, और हमारे यहाँ भी पिछले 2-3 महीने से डोर स्टेप डिलीवरी है, एंड वी आर ओके विद दैट. एंड
So आप you have talked about ये जो rumors हैं, जो लोगों की जो एक डर है उनके अंदर. So Samir, did your friends, family, or people you know, did they come up to you with any such fears or any such myths?
Oh, look, I mean, there are fears all over. I mean, it's just that people are just sick and tired of living in so-called quarantine or lockdown, that they're taking more risks. But I don't know for a fact that if officially somebody has, made an effort from the government or whoever the authorities are saying like this is okay or what is the correct protocol, because I don't think they themselves know. So what's really happening now is people are making a judgment call, saying, "Hey, listen, I'm okay with it. I'll take the risk." A lot of people are not willing to take the risk. Like in the building that I live, we are still not getting newspapers and stuff, and they're saying, "Look, let's just hold on for a bit." So myth, lack of information, I don't know. It's just that it depends. It's a very personal thing what people choose to believe in. And I really wish, I'm very glad to hear, from Daljit ji and Manish ji that their society is kind of, accepting the papers and everything seems to be fine. I wish this word would spread more. Even in the digital platform, the news channels should say it's okay to do that. You have to give some confidence to the person saying, look, this will not, like the thing about sneezing and touching and stuff like that. I
So
think
do you
awareness.
do you miss reading your
Oh
physical copy of
God!
the paper?
Oh man! I just, because I don't, that's like you've touched a raw nerve for me. It's like
Oh,
no, but because then now you land up. Firstly, it's a part of your routine. सुबह उठे, newspaper लिया, देखा headlines, देखी, coffee पिया, बात किया, family, blah. That's a routine, right? And एक दिन newspaper नहीं आता, then you can say, something is missing, something is wrong. That is one thing, right? Number two, now you have to depend largely on digital things like television and stuff to get your information, what's happening. And the channels, for whatever their reasons, will focus on only very specific things and bombard you with that. But in a newspaper, you have that ability that, okay, look, I've read about this. I don't want to hear about this. I want to read about this.
yeah,
यहाँ पर
let
नहीं जी,
me
आपको यही सुनना है, एक चैनल पर तो सभी यही बोल रहे हैं. By the end of it, your eyes are tired, your brain is fried, and I don't see that electronic media ever being a substitute to a
yeah,
newspaper.
I
And
agree.
also, I mean, just think about it: how big is a television? How big is a newspaper or an iPad? And with people shouting, that's pollution. I'm sorry, but I'm sure they're doing their job. Manishi wants to say something. Hi,
Manish
Manishi.
ji,
Yeah,
yeah, sorry.
Samir ji, I
I think
like
Samir,
your
what you say, I
Okay, no,
think
Daljit ji is saying something. Let's hear
okay,
yes.
Daljit sir first.
Okay, I said, Samir, I know what you mean, people shouting. Well, I don't watch those channels at all because I don't know what they want to, project or what they want to put through. And let me say, I can go up to this extent. saying as I'm live, but I don't hesitate saying that channels do not tell you the truth. That is my personal view, and a lot of
That's
people
a
will.
debate for another day. We'll keep
Yeah,
the
yeah,
newspaper
yeah,
what
yeah,
I
in
can
yeah.
say,
Hindustan Times.
I can use only two words for that. Print media do not have any breaking news.
Yes, true.
Print media might lag in that aspect, but at
No,
least
that
like
is
we,
good. That is good.
then it
Breaking
also
news
gives
means
ample time to verify
breaking
the facts before jumping to conclusions.
breaking news means one of the news can be a breaking for a day. It is not
Mhm.
like that. You start so print media. जैसे समीर जी ने भी बोला, I fully agree with कि we have a choice what
Yeah.
to read and what not to read.
What to ignore.
हाँ,
Sir, this also brings me to this very important question that from our end we are ensuring that the newspaper is sanitized and it's clean for consumption. But in your society, specifically, residential complexes, what kind of safety measures did you employ or did you undertake at your in your complex? Daljit sir, we'll start with you. Any checkpoints, any
What
scans?
we, yes, you see what we did, and as my block B10 has got many entrances, what we did was, which was very effective, and it is being carried out still, that we made majorly one exit and one entry.
Mhm.
And we did not allow, once we started allowing, now in fact in our block, the maids are coming to work. So what we have done is that in our major entry point, we have our guards have got those thermal thermometers where they check each and everyone entering, and of course their physical appearance also. They can make out the person is well or sick or not, and they exit from the other point, by which we have ensured that no unwanted person. Of course, we have issued the passes to the maids who come in, hobbies and things like that, and we ensure that there is no कोई भीड़ नहीं हो जाती. We tell people भैया एक एक करके आओ आराम से, so the flow is all right, and so-called social distancing is being kept. And mind you, my B10 has got 550 flats.
Wow,
We
that's
ju-
such a big
we
number.
just we we just had one case of COVID. That's a shopkeeper. He has his shop outside, and his wife got, but that everybody became all right. No case whatsoever in our block.
And is the newspaper, are the papers tagged in any one common area where people can come and get their choice of
No,
paper, or it's
no,
a delivery?
no, no. The guy comes and delivers at the. I live on the first floor, and many a
Mhm.
times I'm standing in the balcony when he comes. So he says, "Sir, catch kar lo." मैंने कहा ठीक है. So he comes and delivers it. Yes,
And
every.
and
I
if
mean, yeah.
and
One
okay, so
question.
Samir wants to say something.
Adi, I have a quick question that key. See, you can sanitize the person and check whoever is entering the building. He's COVID free. But all that myth and rumors, I'm just asking you, is that, for example, the germ will lie on the surface of a newspaper for 24 hours,
yes.
and because in our this building, any parcel comes has to be sprayed and put into some
Mhm.
kind of device. So does that still hold, or is that just a myth? Because I don't know about that.
Samir ji, as I said in the beginning, that if I have been reading newspaper, the period for this particular disease, they say is 7 days. It shows up within 7 days if anything has to happen. Lately, a doctor, a friend of mine, he said it comes up in 3 days. 7 days, they have said a bit longer, right? But if, as I said in the beginning, that I've been reading newspaper for 3 months, I have the deliveries coming to my house, right? We did not take much precautions. We just, okay, all right. I mean, if you see a wet thing coming in and all, put it or wash it or something. And my daughter has just come in a couple of days back from Bombay. She's finicky. She doesn't let us touch things. She says, oh, keep them outside. I will not let them in the house for 24 hours, because they have a different perception. She's coming from Bombay, there the things are different. But
Samir,
what
is it
My
true
my
for
my
Mumbaikars?
Yeah, I
Are
was
you
just gonna
also
say my wife would agree with her. I think our ritual and
yeah, yeah.
whatever the ladies
Anyway,
decide has to be
what
done. So
what I
um,
would what I would say, what puts your mind at rest, follow
Yeah.
that. That is
Samir,
it.
what
No,
you have
say-
asked, what I feel, आप जो आपका सवाल है, उसके मूल में जो ये प्रश्न है कि ये मिथ है या ये सही है. The
Correct.
thing is that कि nobody has any experience of this pandemic. जो कुछ भी है बिल्कुल सब नया है और अभी 3-4 महीने हुए हैं. As on date we are getting more than 50,000 plus patient daily. So तो ये तो इसमें तो कोई डिनायल नहीं है कि ये प्रॉब्लम है, अभी एग्जिस्ट कर रही है. अभी ठीक है कि उसमें डेटा है कितना होता है, ये होता है. सो रिगार्डिंग न्यूज़पेपर और एनी थिंग, जैसे कहते हैं सरफेस, अगर 50,000 लोगों को रोज हो रहा है तो किसी वजह से ही हो रहा होगा. यू कैन नॉट बी श्योर दैट कि
बट
साहब ये तो
एग्जैक्टली
मिथ है और ये
यही
नहीं होगा. तो यू
यही
हैव टू
चीज
बी
इंश्योर करने के लिए
डेफिनेटली.
आपने.
एंड वन मोर थिंग इति, आई हैड a discussion with a member of parliament here, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ एक पेशेंट आया था and whole of society was put on the containment zone. We were not allowed for 21 days to go out and nobody was allowed to come in. Imagine we are having a 400 flats, 400 फ्लैट को बोला जाए, कितनी मुश्किल होती थी. रात को सोना भी मुश्किल हो जाता था. यहाँ पे दरवाजे पे पुलिस बैठी रहती थी, मेन गेट पे. इट इज लाइक वी आर लिविंग इन अ जेल, वी ऑल वेयर. तो उस दरमियान तो मुझे ये समझाया गया कि देखिए अभी क्या है, हम आपकी आदतें बना रहे हैं. मास्क लगाना, सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग, न्यूज़पेपर भी उसका एक पार्ट है. जितनी भी चीजें बाहर हम कर रहे हैं, हम जितना आराम से पहले जिंदगी जीते थे, अभी उतनी आराम से जिंदगी जीते नहीं है. और हमको तब तक नहीं जीना चाहिए जब तक ये वैक्सीन नहीं आ जाती है, क्योंकि वी आर हैविंग ए 130 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन. डोंट कंपेयर
That's
द
true.
वर्ल्ड फ्रॉम यूरोप एंड यूएस. हमें नहीं कंपेयर करना चाहिए. तो
But
इसलिए मेरे मानना है
यही
कि
चीज, how
we
did
have
you
to be
reassure your
Yeah,
residents?
I was going
And
to ask Iti, I was going to
sorry.
come to you. In fact, I mean, being part of Hindustan Times, um, why don't you people have a protocol which you can check with the specialist that is okay, that if you want to subscribe to a newspaper, ABC should be done, and if you were to do that, then you have minimized the chances of getting the thing, because that would reassure us. Because I haven't seen that anywhere. It's only like I'm hearing from the Gigi or Manishi saying it's
No,
it's word of mouth. It's not really an official stand. It would be
it's we have made videos around it, around our printing process. There are videos that we have online, and people can access those videos as well, where we have shown that our newspapers are sanitized as they're coming out of the press. We are showing our viewers, our readers, every step of the way, that it is safe for consumption and it is safe to be brought home.
I think the key is from the newspaper arriving from the vendor to the
From the
building.
vendor. That I think that is
That
the
is
most
what has been
important.
questioned. Exactly. I don't know
Yes,
how you people.
and this is why we have our
Basically,
RWA representatives who are
they,
no less than warriors, and they're helping us
no,
in this moving in this
basically,
movement.
you see, basically, why people were wary of getting newspapers, it was basically the delivery method which was being done, and it still is being carried out that way, because there is no, practical method of bringing the newspaper into the colony straight from the printing press. It has to go to the vendors, और vendors के पास इतनी जगह नहीं है कि वो उसको सैनिटाइज करके रखें. वो सड़कों पे ही होता है, सड़कों से ही उठा के उसमें वो दूसरे पैम्फलेट्स डाले जाते हैं, that it is being delivered. All said and done, as I said, if you are keeping your basics or taking proper precautions as your personal hygiene is concerned, I don't think newspaper poses any threat. ये कोई कोविड ऐसी वायरस नहीं है कि पेपर पे होगी और आपको उछल के पकड़ लेगी. So if you are keep your hygiene at home, wash your hands. Of course, there's one thing which I was just discussing with somebody an hour ago, that एक चीज इस चीज ने हमको सिखा दी है कि हाथ धोने, जो कि अब पहले नहीं करते थे
That's
शायद.
true.
तो हाथ धोने ये जरूर सिखा दिया है. बाकी the other thing, yes, if others could not separate, this pandemic has also separated husband and wives also apart by 6 feet.
Yeah, but also I've got them
जनरली
That,
closer.
that's a
ये
very,
ये
very personal comment.
ये
I won't go
हाँ मैं
closer.
इसमें
Now,
क्या
now
कमेंट
you're
कर
fine.
सकता.
Now husband
No,
and
Kushal,
wife for different corners.
it's a general comment about the situation. Huh?
अब कुछ लोगों के लिए अच्छा हुआ ये, कुछ लोगों के लिए बुरा हुआ.
नहीं नहीं मैम ये बुरा
Uh,
हुआ. अगर हुआ तो बुरा हुआ.
Shukla ji sharing his dil ka dard. So
अभी
Shukla ji, how
आपने
अभी
any
छुपने के लिए जगह नहीं है आपके पास.
ये
अभी
no,
कहीं कोना
देखिए
ढूंढ लो.
देखिए
वो 6 feet के दायरे
देखिए
में कोना ढूंढ लो. जी.
हाँ, देखिए इसमें बेसिकली ये जो एक शुरू शुरू में इस चीज को उड़ाया गया था कि न्यूज़पेपर्स और पेपर्स और एनीथिंग वो नो यू मस्ट हैव सीन ऑन द वीडियो ऑन द टीवी आल्सो that at some place the 2000 rupees notes were lying on the road and nobody was touching them. And there's a friend of mine who called me कह लगे यार वो देख फलाने पुल देखो those are the note pen. मैं कह tell me केड़ा पुल हैगा मैं जाके चुक लेना. हाँ? So and tell you there are scamsters who do it. It personally it's off the subject. It happened with me. Like you have people in the car. When you bring in the car, your bag is there. They knock at the door. बोलते जी नोट पड़े हुए हैं
जी
नीचे.
जी.
It happened with me that I have my office in Bikaji Kama place. I left to meet somebody, and as I came out of the complex near the bus stop, somebody said कि I wanted to stop to make a phone call. So एक लड़का बोलता है सर वो नोट पड़े हैं. As a habit, I didn't open the window, open the door, lock the गाड़ी. 10-10 रुपए के 150 रुपए के नोट थे मैंने उठाए जेब में डाले गाड़ी चलाई चला गया. And the boys they were just looking what has happened. So papers and all, I don't think newspaper. Yes, I mean अगर उसके ऊपर वायरस गिरा ही दोगे आप तो फिर तो naturally anything can happen. But otherwise
And so
newspapers.
that's when the possibilities are endless. Ji Shukla sir,
Yes.
you want to say something?
इति जी जो ये पूरा डिस्कशन हो रहा है हम लोग तो चलिए एज ए वॉरियर आपसे बात कर रहे हैं. एक बहुत मूल सवाल है जो ये
जी.
प्रिंट मीडिया का जो कुछ भी है. देखिए शायद हमने डोर स्टेप कर दिया क्योंकि हम यहाँ सोसाइटी में हैं. हम यहाँ पर हमको ऐसा लगा कर लेना चाहिए. बट स्टिल समीर इज गोइंग थ्रू दैट प्रॉब्लम एंड ही इज नॉट ओके क्योंकि इन सोसाइटी में ये चीज अभी भी अलाउड नहीं हो पा रही है और ये अभी भी कंफ्यूज है कि ये होना चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए.
I
तो
think
हम
that's
मानते हैं
that's from both
तो
ends. जी.
मेरा ये सोचना है कि इट इज ए वेरी ट्रू
So,
दैट कि इससे नहीं है
and
लेकिन
that's why
अगर नहीं
we
है ये चीज एक पूरा हो जाना चाहिए.
जी.
बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट आपकी तरफ से जैसे आपने कहा वीडियो है ये है ठीक है. जैसे सैनिटाइजेशन की बात है जैसे न्यूज़पेपर जो ऐसे है कि रोड पे आता है तो हमने तो चलिए डोर स्टेप कर दिया. हमें लगता है कि जैसे हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स में कोई एक स्टेप लेना चाहिए चाहे वो पम्फलेट से हो चाहे वो एडवर्टीजमेंट दे एक अपने न्यूज़पेपर में एक पूरा एक अपना मत लीजिए कॉमर्शियल उसके अपने आपका ही ऐड होगा वो वेलफेयर के नाम पे कि हाउ यू आर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग योर न्यूज़पेपर एंड
जी.
व्हाट प्रिकॉशन यू आर टेकिंग आफ्टर दिस कोविड ड्यू
जी.
बिकॉज पहले जो था तो था सो दैट एक जो कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डिंग मेजर है ना जो जिन लोगों
जी.
को नहीं हो पा रहा है क्योंकि ये बात सही है कि हमारे कहने से क्या होता है कि न्यूज़पेपर में कोविड नहीं लेकिन अगर आप अपनी तरफ
जी.
से
जी.
एक ऐसा एडवर्टाइजमेंट देंगे हम लोगों के कहने का तो तब ज्यादा महत्व होगा
That's a
ज्यादा
very valid suggestion. That's a very, very valid suggestion and very valuable feedback that you've given us, and we will try and work in that direction.
हाँ
And
देन
I
देन
want to.
समीर कैन डिस्कस विद RWA कि देख भाई ये सब भी ऐसे भी इस तरह से सिस्टम चल रहे हैं.
I think the difficulty in that is that if any organization like Hindustan Times comes up with this claim saying, look, it is safe and you should do it or you can do it, God forbid, one case happens, that's a big issue for the organization. And I think that's why
For
you probably are refraining for coming out in the open and making such a statement, because that's a risk you, I guess, can't take right now, at least. Without the vaccine.
Yes, Samir, you're very right. And that is the reason none of the organizations, whether it is government, whether it is your World Health Organization, they have declared that this is safe. Nobody wants to put his nose in a place where he can get bitten. So आप देखिएगा कि केसेस वहां पे भी मिल रहे हैं जहां पे एकदम एवरीथिंग इज बीइंग फॉलोड, और केसेस वहां नहीं मिल रहे जहां नथिंग इज बीइंग फॉलोड. सो ये जो चीज है, इस चीज को, इट इज अनएक्सप्लेनेबल. बट यस, वेयर आई फील दैट आइडेंटिफाइंग द कॉज, पूरी दुनिया में आई डोंट नो व्हाई इट हैज नॉट बीन डन, कि कोई आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर सका भी ये हो कैसे रहा है. People have got cured at home, but more people have died when they went to hospitals. So I don't know. It is I personally feel, uh, sometimes I feel yes, the lockdown was good, and sometimes I feel no, it was a hasty step which society had to go through so much of pain, and it's a mixed feeling. One way you agree, another way you don't agree.
Mm-hmm.
If you
And
want, why don't you guys give some incentive to the consumers? Say 1 year, 1 year subscription free.
we have Samir Soni live on Facebook checking what more incentive would they require.
Then you
This
make
entire
sure the
thing.
news, you make sure the newspapers they're free of cost. Now people say, yeah, try kari lete hain yaar."
Try
So
करके देख और वो 5 रुपए 7 रुपए तो आपके माफ हो जाएंगे बट व्हाट इफ समथिंग अदर वर टू हैपन
but you are saying, look, we're offering you free of cost at your own risk. So at least 10% people or 5% people say, हाँ यार आज क्या है न्यूज़पेपर में
I
देख तो
think,
लिया एक बार में
बट सर
उठाई
I
लेते
think, I think,
हम ना
Samir
हम
ji,
ना दिल्ली से हैं हम ना दिल्ली से
uh,
हैं। हमारे में एक कहावत है कि दुकानदारी आपने एक बार करनी है या दुकानदारी चला के रखनी है
हैं।
तो वी बिलीव इन द
केवल
लैटर
इसमें
कि दुकान चला
इसमें
के
एक
रखनी
और
है
इसमें एक और राइटर है समीर जी.
हाँ जी
थिएटर अभी ओपन नहीं हुए हैं. थिएटर खुलने चाहिए जल्दी, हम लोग भी चाहते हैं, लेकिन हम चाहेंगे कि उसके लिए भी आप लोग कुछ ऐसी पॉलिसी निकालें.
कि फ्री में
नॉट
Yes.
फ्री.
वो
फ्री तो
हमारे
कोई
शॉट्स
दुनिया में
फायर्ड
देयर इज नो फ्री.
Well,
ओनली
I नहीं, अभी देखिए कि आज मैं एक आया था, गवर्नमेंट हैज issued a directive that the bars and clubs and all, they can serve liquor and all those. So अगर वो शुरू हो रहा है आस्ते आस्ते, ये भी हो जाएगा, थिएटर भी हो
थिएटर
जाएगा.
तो शुरू होगा, थिएटर तो
Sir,
शुरू होना
I
चाहिए.
think we are going on a tangent, but it was very
या
funny that one of the first things that opened up after the lockdown was the wine shop.
लिकर.
Wine shop. हाँ. So that was
देखिए
that was the first thing
देखिए
that
that
opened up.
that देखिए that was, if you see the cycle we have gone through in last 6 months, the world petrol prices nosedived, whereas the prices of gas and petrol, etc., skyrocketed in our country. Right? Similarly, the reason for that was government practically had no money
नो
coming in.
रेवेन्यू. नो
So this was one way, and I feel in a way we have people who are very critical about it, but government must come out and say, thankful users, you have given us some money. Similarly, it is the liquor.
द लिकर कंज्यूमर.
If you if you
It is
remember
it is
that if
wondering
you rem-
where are we gonna plug Hindustan Times here?
no
So
we
ये
have
yeah.
ये लोग तो लिखर पे पहुंचे
I was
No,
wondering
no, no.
about something else
It
about
should
the
be
liquor
both.
prices and everything which had they
It,
no
had
no no with
multiplied the
liquor
liquor
they're
prices in the state.
with the
in
liquor they're
Delhi,
newspaper free.
in
I don't
Delhi,
want to. I
it
don't
was
want to remember that phase in my life where
it,
the liquor prices had skyrocketed. That's why I was, a
yeah.
little
You
zoned
see,
out at the moment.
in Delhi, they went up by government jacked it up by
70%.
70%.
Yes, but
And you
yeah,
know what?
I mean,
And you know what was the result? There were 3, 3, 4 kilometer lumpy lines to take liquor.
so, but I
Huh?
hope we have this kind of enthusiasm for the newspaper as well, and that's why we are having this discussion to have
Yes.
that kind of spirit for the newspaper again.
I think
Yeah. Yeah.
you need to promote it more. I think the safety precautions required and the
Yeah.
safety and having people like Manish ji and Daljit ji coming and saying we are doing it, so that people become a little more relaxed because it is obviously more of
Right.
perception than reality.
And
So I think
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask these two gentlemen here. So sanitization and masks and all अपनी जगह है that's a given. But any kind of morale boosting that you did with your residents, Shukla sir, any activities that you undertook with your residents to make them feel safe vis-a-vis the newspaper especially कि ये safe है, this product is safe to consume.
यू नो, जब से ये स्टार्ट हुआ है पेंडेमिक, जो भी चीजें हमारी आज भी हम लोग अपनी बिल्डिंग में, जैसे कि बहुत जगह पे अभी भी, शायद बॉम्बे में तो बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रिक्टनेस है अभी, यहाँ पर थोड़ा ढील हुई है लॉकडाउन का, तो अभी भी यूपी में तो जैसे वीकेंड लॉकडाउन होता है। लेकिन हम लोग जो जैसे बेसिकली, जैसे हमारे यहाँ कंटेनमेंट हुआ, कभी कभी इसमें एक और पहलू है, जो लोग इसमें बीमार हो जाते हैं, जो कोरोना के पेशेंट हो जाते हैं, हिंदुस्तान में भी 25-27 लाख लोग हो चुके हैं। तो वो एक बहुत बड़ा पहलू है कि उसमें हमें कैसे सोचना चाहिए कि लोगों को ये जो एक था, आपको पता होगा जैसे कि शुरू हुआ था, तो एक बहुत बड़े हमारे यहाँ एक बंगाली फैमिली थी जो यहाँ पे 10 सालों से रह रही थी। वो यूएस से फरवरी में लौट के आए थे। आई रिमेम्बर ही केम ऑन 24th of February और 26th of February। और उसके बाद ये हुआ कि पता किया जाए कौन लोग यूरोप के आए हैं, क्या आए हैं। और उनके अगल बगल अड़ोस पड़ोस वाले, इवन टावर वाले लोग भी जो थे, वो दूर रहने लगे थे। जब उन लोगों को पता चला, केवल वो, चूंकि उन्होंने फॉरेन ट्रिप की हुई थी, दीज थिंग्स हमें पता चला। आई कॉल्ड हिम पर्सनली, मैंने उनसे उनका जब मांगा ट्रैवल डिटेल, तो ही वॉज वेरी मच डिसअपॉइंटेड। कहते हैं कि साहब, मैं यहाँ 10-12 साल से हूँ, मैं अभी कलकत्ता चला जाऊंगा जून में, लेकिन मुझे बहुत दुख है कि लोगों ने मुझ पे दूर भागते थे मुझसे। तो ये चीज हमको कभी कभी लगता है कि शायद ये गलत करते हैं लोग, और हम लोग ऐसे सोचते हैं एज ए सोसाइटी, एज ए आरडब्ल्यू ए। हमारे यहाँ 2 पेशेंट आए पिछले 4 महीने में। हमारे यहाँ 1500 लोग रहते हैं, 1500 रेजिडेंट्स आर देयर, 400 फ्लैट्स। लेकिन हमारी कोशिश सबसे ज्यादा वही रही, जो आपने बोला कि हम इन लोगों को इनकरेज करें। जो बीमार होता था वो मेरा सबसे अच्छा दोस्त होता था। ये ठीक है कि उसके हम पार्ट नहीं जाते थे, वो हमको है जो, लेकिन हमारा मानना है एज ए आरडब्ल्यू, एज ए सोसाइटी, एज ए समाज, हम सबको, पूरे हिंदुस्तान को, पूरी ह्यूमन काइंड को, क्योंकि ये तो गलत है ना कि वो एक, उसको आपने क्वारंटाइन कर दिया, आपने बोल दिया कि देश निकाला की तरह कि भाई वो तो तुमको छुआ नहीं जाएगा, तुम बाहर नहीं आओगे। वो तो खुद ही नहीं बाहर आ रहा है, फिर
Yeah,
उसको आप
I
संभाल
mean,
बचाओ।
the positive
नहीं,
reinforcement is very, very important.
बिल्कुल, इस चीज को बहुत ध्यान रखने की जरूरत है। और ये मोहल्ले अब तो कम हो गया है, वरना मुझे तो याद है कि शुरू में जब कहीं होता था तो वो इलाका ही पूरा खाली हो जाता, लोग कहते सड़क से मत जाओ, ये करो वो करो। आप सोचो जो घर में बैठा है उसकी क्या पोजीशन होती होगी।
ये आप
I
बिल्कुल
want to,
ठीक कह रहे हैं। दिस वाज द रिजल्ट ऑफ बम्बार्डिंग मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन, नॉट टेलिंग पीपल कि जैसे मैंने कहा है कि वो पेपर के ऊपर से उड़ के आपको चीज नहीं पकड़ेगी। तो इस चीज में, इसमें ये है कि लोगों को ये इस चीज के लिए जागरूक करना है कि अगर कोई घर में वैसे भी बीमार हो जाते हैं, इससे
हाँ,
ज्यादा इन्फेक्शन, इससे ज्यादा इन्फेक्शियस डिजीज हैं
एंड
और लीथल
आपको
और
जहां तक
लीथल। हाँ,
आपको पता हो, सबसे ज्यादा जो वॉरियर्स है, वो डॉक्टर्स और पुलिस वाले, सबसे ज्यादा उन्हीं को हो रहा है। सबसे
बिल्कुल।
ज्यादा
सो
उन्हीं को हो रहा है, उससे वो
हाँ,
भाग खड़े हैं।
लीथल, बिल्कुल लीथल वायरसेस हैं। जो एक ये मेंटेलिटी बन गई कि अगर किसी को वो कोरोना हो गया तो वो अछूत है, दिस इज वेरी
दैट इज रॉन्ग,
डैमेजिंग। इट इज
दैट इज
वेरी
this
रॉन्ग।
is wrong.
डैमेजिंग। और आई वुड से अनदर बाय प्रोडक्ट ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन इसकी छुआछात बड़ी है, घटी नहीं है,
हाँ,
जो जिसको हम
देखिए,
करना चाहते हैं।
इसी जी मैं आपको
जी,
बताऊं,
जी, जी.
हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स 1924 में महात्मा गांधी जी ने इनॉग्रेशन
हम्म,
किया था इसका। आप
हम्म.
जान लीजिए, महात्मा गांधी छुआछूत के बहुत खिलाफ थे।
जी.
उन्होंने छुआछूत के खिलाफ पूरा आंदोलन चलाया था, ये आप जाके देखिएगा हिस्ट्री में।
जी
और
सर.
ये कोरोना का जो ये छुआछूत है, इसको खत्म करना है। और
बिल्कुल,
ये,
बिल्कुल.
इसको खत्म करने के लिए हम लोग को गले मिलना जरूरी है। हिंदुस्तान में हर आदमी एक दूसरे से गले मिले, और
अपना
ये
मास्क
कोरोना
लगा
जल्द
के
से
और
जल्दी
हाथ
खत्म
पे
हो।
सैनिटाइजर लगा के, बिना मास्क के तो गले कोई नहीं
नहीं,
मिलेगा,
वैक्सीन आएगी, वैक्सीन
वरना
आएगी।
बोलेंगे गले पड़ ही गए हो तुम. And
नहीं
Samir,
नहीं नहीं,
any
वैक्सीन आएगी।
parting words from, we'll
नहीं
take the
नहीं,
last
आई
parting words
थिंक
from
दिस
you now.
this I think this phase will be over, and we have to propagate positivity into the people कि कोई ऐसी चीज नहीं है। आप जिंदगी जिए और फुल फुल लाइफ
जज्बे
जिए।
के साथ जी, जी.
हाँ, पूरे
Samir,
जज्बे के साथ।
your parting words, please. We'll take Samir's parting words now. We have
Uh,
to wrap up the
my
session.
parting words, I mean, use common sense. I mean, there is,
Yes.
you have all the information. Only you are the best judge of when you're going too far or getting too callous. There has to be a balance in between. If because you, like everybody is saying, you can't live like this forever. It cannot be possible. Somewhere along the line you will have to take some chances, that people already are. So I think using common sense is important, like sanitizing your hands, and something like newspaper, like we are getting deliveries from various couriers and stuff, and we do take that. So I'm sure newspaper should not be that big an issue if you kind of just sanitize it or keep it out for a few hours or something. So yeah, nothing is I think more important than just using common sense and rationale. I'd say.
Thank you so much, Samir. Very well spoken. And thank you so much, Mr. Khuman, Mr. Shukla, for being part of this live session. I had a wonderful time with you all, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
to you.
Thank you.
All
All
the
Thank
right.
best. Bye
See you
Thank
bye.
you,
next.
sir.
Bye.
Thank you.